Hello everyone, welcome to today's video on creation of Azure Databricks Workspace. So this will be our first practical session on Azure Databricks. So to create an Azure Databricks Workspace, you need to log into your Azure Portal. For that, you should already be having an Azure account, or you can also create a free account on Azure by providing certain details. In that case, you will get free credits which you will be required to use within a certain time frame. So using these free credits, you can do your practice. So you can see this page. This is basically the home page of Microsoft Azure. So here each and everything is a resource. So you can create resources in Microsoft Azure using different options. So you can see here there is an option create a resource. So if you want to create an Azure Databricks service, so you can go here and click here. So from here you will need to search for that specific service you want to create. So this is one option. The second option is here you can search. I am searching for Azure Databricks. So you will be going to this page. From here you can directly create your Azure Databricks service. And the third option is here. So from here also you can create a resource. From here with the same procedure you will be searching for that service and creating it. Okay, so without any delay, let's create our first Azure Databricks service. So I will be searching here Azure Databricks, so it's already coming here. So let me click on this one. So this is the page from where you can create your Azure Databricks workspace. Okay, so you can see here there are different options of create, manage view, refresh and other options, and here is also an option create Azure Databricks service. So let us create this one. So this will take you to a page that will mentioning that create an Azure Databricks workspace. There are different options you can see here. You need to provide information on each of them as and how you need to give those details. So first of all you need to provide your subscription. So here I am using pay as you go subscription, so it is coming here. If you are using free trial, so that will be also coming here, so you can select that. The next one is resource group. So for creating this service we need to create a resource group. Resource group is basically a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. Means you can say it's basically a logical container where you are creating your Azure resources. So I will be creating a playlist for Azure very soon where I will be explaining all these concepts in depth. As of now, let's create one resource group. So let's name that RG Demo Databricks. The next information we need to provide is the workspace details for this Databricks. So we are creating a workspace, so we need to provide a detail for that. So we will be giving a name WS for workspace Databricks demo. Next is the region. So whenever you are creating some resources in Azure, you need to provide a region where that resource will actually gets deployed. So there are different regions available. So I will be keeping the default one, that was coming as East US. The next comes the pricing tier. So there are different options here. You can see one is standard where there is Apache Spark, secure with Azure AD option. There is premium with role based access controls, and the third one is trial version, which will be providing a premium for 14 days free. So I will be selecting that option. So I have selected all the options which are required for the basic tab. Now I will be moving into the next one, that is networking tab. So here you can see the first option is deploy Azure Databricks Workspace with secure cluster connectivity. So it's already selected as no. I will be keeping it that only. The next one is deploy Azure Databricks Workspace in your own virtual network. So if you want to deploy it in your own created virtual network, you have the option of selecting that from here by selecting this yes. So once you select yes, you get different sort of options here to select from. Here there is a, you can select your virtual network if you have already created it. We haven't created anything, so nothing is coming here. So if you want to deploy your Databricks Workspace in your own VNet, you need to provide this information and it will be deployed there. So we are keeping it no as of now for this demo. So let's move to the next one. The next one is data encryption. So for data encryption, there are also different options provided. You can select as and when required as per your requirement. There is also option for encryption for DBFS route. We will be covering DBFS in a much detail in our upcoming videos. So these options, whatever is coming here, I am keeping it as it is as of now. The next is tags. So you can see there is name, there is value, there is resource. Resource is Azure Databricks service. So tags are basically, you can say these are metadata elements that you apply to your Azure resources. You can see it's sort of like a key value pair that will help you to identify resources based on some settings that are relevant to your organization. So if you want to tracks the deployment environment for your resources, you can just add a name here as environment and can provide the value there. So if you are deploying it to production, you can mention it is here as production. If you are deploying into some other environment, you can mention it here as other environment with the same key of environment. So we will also look into these tags and how we can use this in my Azure playlist, which I will be creating very soon. So let's now everything is there. So now it's coming as review and create. So it will be basically reviewing. It will review that whether all the information provided you are proper or not. So you can see the validation is succeeded. So now once the validation is succeeded, we will be clicking on this create button. So now you can see that its deployment is initialized. So now it is getting created. It will take some time. As you can see, its deployment is in progress. So once it's get deployed, we will come back. Okay. Okay, so now we can see that your deployment is complete. So if we click to go to resource, you will be taken to this page. Okay, so now you have this option of launch workspace. So once I click on this, your Databricks workspace will be launched. So it is launching, see, using Active Directory single sign-on. If you remember, we discussed it while we were discussing the Databricks architecture. So you see it is signing using Active Directory single sign-on. So yes, so this is our Databricks workspace. Here there are different options. There are different options for creating cluster, import data, data pipeline. Many options are present there. So we will be looking into this Databricks UI in our next video. So I will be ending this video as of now. Thank you for joining in this video. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.